I guess I can say it. Some folks counted you out, Sam.
Shoot, everyone, the odds were huge. It was like I think I was plus 700 or close to it. Which I understand being the underdog. It's fine, but realistically, come on, man. I have been active. He hasn't fought much in the last couple of years. I mean, like realistically, you think the odds would be a little closer, even if I was the underdog. But I went in there and made my real fans, made my friends some money.
Hello, my name is Jamie Sparling. Welcome to the FormABLE Podcast, where we talk about formable moments in the lives of martial artists as well as formable moments in martial arts training. Today, my guest is Smiling Sam Alvey. That's right, double champ, karate combat. He stopped in for episode 1 of the FormABLE Podcast, and now we have him back after his great victory. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in the smiling one, Smiling Sam Alvey. Hello, my name's Jamie Sparling. Welcome to the FormABLE Podcast, where we talk about formable moments in martial arts as well as formable moments in the lives of martial artists. Today, I have with me the champ, double champ, Smiling Sam Alvey. He just took care of business with Tyrone Spong just recently. Not even a week ago, Sam. You are so hot off this thing. How's life treating you today?
Oh, life is good. Life is good. It was so much fun getting over to Dubai, getting back, fighting over there. It's been a really good week.
That's great to hear, Sam. You absolutely deserve it. Absolutely deserve it. I've been your fan for a long time, and our house was on flipping fire, Sam. On fire with, yeah.
I think I heard you over there. I think I heard it.
You might have, honestly. Now, there's only 2 of us, right? Just me and my wife. We were both on our feet.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it was exciting to watch, and there was a lot of hype over Tyrone Spong and yourself going at it. What was it like to train at that time? And I guess I can say it. Some folks counted you out, Sam.
Shoot, everyone, the odds were huge. It was like I think I was plus 700 or close to it. Which I understand being the underdog. It's fine, but realistically, come on, man. I have been active. He hasn't fought much in the last couple of years. I mean, like realistically, you think the odds would be a little closer, even if I was the underdog. But I went in there and made my real fans, made my friends some money.
Yes, you did, brother. Yes, you did. And I'm a little kicking myself in the ass that I didn't put some money down, brother. You know, I live in Wisconsin. It's kind of the area of casinos. So if there's any gambling, we go play the slots, all that good stuff. I never even thought about it. But right after
where are you at in Wisconsin?
We are in Wausau. I'm right in the middle of Wisconsin.
Ooh, you're up there.
Yeah,
I was Waterford, Wisconsin. That's born and raised down in southeastern.
Okay, excellent. My first martial arts school was in Jefferson.
Okay,
Wisconsin. Yeah. Sam, I have to ask, okay? Calf kicks. There were a lot of calf kicks in your fight. Is that a usual tool for you, or is that something you broke out for this special occasion?
Well, it is a usual tool as far as I train with them.
Okay.
That's all I throw is calf kicks and head kicks. I don't worry about anything else. If you watch me fight, I don't check kicks because kicks don't hurt. Calf kicks hurt.
Yeah.
So that's all I throw. And then head kicks don't really hurt, but if you land one, the fight ends. So in fights, though, I typically am just a boxer wrestler. I just box. I just choose my cage work. That was my 6th fight in karate combat, I believe, and it was the first time I've ever kicked. So I changed some things up, and it worked really well for me.
I was just wondering, sometimes in fighting things can be cyclical. For a while it was the wrestlers, and then it was the boxers, and people kind of sometimes follow a trend. And with Tyrone Spong not fighting in such a long time and the calf kick gaining so much popularity in that time period, I was wondering, was that something that you had in your mind, that he might not respond to those as much because of that? Or am I just overthinking?
Oh, I was not. I think you're overthinking that one, at least for me. It might have been a great idea, but no, it was complete. I didn't intend on doing it. he was just cutting off the ring really well. Like I couldn't get away from him. And so I just started throwing something else. I didn't want to engage with him because I know how good of a boxer and how hard he hits. So I went the other side. I went low. I went as low as I could, and it worked. And so I just kept it going.
Beautiful, beautiful. It was absolutely amazing to watch. You said he controlled the ring. Was that with just basically footwork, angles? How?
Yeah. So MMA fighters and most traditional martial artists, they don't cut off the ring. They follow people, and it's the wrong way to do it. Boxers cut off the ring. Tyrone, he cut off the ring. He stayed in front of me. He didn't follow me. And my whole plan round one was I didn't want to engage that much. I was fine making round one a boring round. I just wanted to see what he had, try and get his timing. But I anticipated being able to get his back to the pit. And it didn't happen. He just stayed in front of me perfectly. And that's where I started throwing the calf kicks. Is just try and do something to give me that second to get away from the wall.
Yeah. Sam, also, right before you used the big left hook, your head went offline for just a minute there. Was that something you were training as well? Or are you just trying to get the target out of there?
Yeah, no, I train it all the time. It's not that I was necessarily looking to do it, but the way you train is the way you're going to fight. In the last year and a half, I've been boxing more than I've done anything else pretty much. I've just been boxing constantly. With boxing, you're always slipping one side and rolling under. And I've watched it 1,000 times because it is kind of an awkward motion. And all I was doing is I was throwing the jab, stepping with the jab, throwing the cross, and then I was going to roll under and come up with my lead hook. Just the cross landed and I didn't have to roll, so my head was just a little awkwardly placed. But it was just getting ready to go under whatever he was returning fire with.
Brother, it looked masterful, like everything was set up just so. That's absolutely beautiful. And, I might have watched it more than once, man. All right? I might have. It was a short fight. So,
Yeah.
we were excited. Sometimes we had to watch it more than once.
I might have watched it more than once as well.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So, Smiling Sam, one of my favorite moments for this particular fight was when you had a face-off. He looked all business. And there was just your smile, Sam. You sat there and kept your demeanor and smiled through the whole thing. And I remember watching that and thinking, I wonder if that really just pissed him off. Because he had his, very serious look. He is no joke, right? And you just kept smiling. It was amazing.
Yeah, I have fought all types of fighters that are as friendly as I am, fighters that are super serious the week of the fight, guys that are goofballs the rest of the time. He was one of those. He was serious the week of the fight. Like, it was all business, and I expected it out of him. He's such a veteran of the sport. I expected him to be all business. It's just not who I am. I'm there. I love every moment of this sport, and so I'm going to smile. I'm going to enjoy it. And if it gets under his skin, that's good for me. Hopefully it did.
Well, yeah, and I don't know. I just thought it was absolutely awesome, and just one of those pieces. A lot of times when us fans, when we see MMA fighters, there's that stone cold moment that goes on there in the face-offs. And it seemed like you didn't even play that game with them at all. You just sat there smiling and just ready to do your thing.
Yeah. Staring at somebody real hard has never helped anyone. So I'll be there. I'll enjoy the moment.
For sure. So I saw you on Bisping's show.
Yeah.
You missed Eddie Hall by it seemed like 7 to 10 minutes. Yeah. So were you hoping to be able to get some FaceTime on there, or was that completely...
I didn't know Eddie Hall was on there until after it came out. I thought he was on there a couple days prior. No, it's unfortunate. Hopefully he'll watch my call out. I've been tagging him and everything, and I'm gonna clip the segment where I'm calling him out on Bisping's show. And Eddie Hall, you cry like a girl when a little kid kicked you. So no, if I can make that fight happen, I'm gonna do everything I can to make that fight happen,
brother. And so is that your number one focus right now, or is that just a piece because you're going to train every day and stay on top of your game?
It's just a piece. I'm going to get ready for whoever. I'll start dieting now because in all likelihood, I'm going to have to go back down to 205 next. But if I can stick around and fight heavyweight, I will stick around and fight heavyweight. Or in his case, super heavyweight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So your school as well. You got your school. You gave all of those people who get to spend time in a virtual arena with you all the time. You gave them a shout out at the end and then invited everybody to come join your school. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
that I thought that was amazing, brother.
Yeah, SKOOL, my school. I've been doing it now we started doing it almost a year ago, but we've been launched for about 4 months and we're doing well. It's growing every month. It's growing well. I've got a good community, guys. And what it is I have a program, a way I became the Karate Combat Double Champ. And I'm teaching people online. I'm watching what they do as they post. I'm paying attention and I'm talking with them. One of the things I lacked when I first started was that guiding force, that guy who's been there and done that. I didn't have that. I just made it up as I went my entire career. So that's what I'm trying to be for these guys. It's hard to find because there are UFC fighters all over the place, ex-UFC fighters all over the place, but there are very few that have been able to do what I do the way I do it. I think I can be a real help. And right now, everyone that has worked with me has won their next fight. I'm batting 1,000.
That's outstanding, Sam. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, I hop on there every once in a while, look at the workouts, look at some of the things that you're doing. You have to be one of the busiest human beings that I have ever met before in my life because you are on top of your training, you got your family, you got your food truck, and then you're helping people online, man. That is just amazing.
Oh, it's if you know when I was fighting that week, it was the easiest week of my life. I love fight weeks because I have nothing to do. I just go to bed when I need to. I wake up when I need to, and I just kind of dink around. I love fighting, and fight week just makes it. It's like Christmas all week long because I have nothing to do. But now I'm back in the real world. Now it's like even now I'm driving down to go coach again. I got a little 2-hour drive every week to coach on at Militia MMA in Chattanooga. And then I get home and I got to take care of the kids. I got to do this. I got to do that. It's a busy life, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, I'm just noticing here. See, I did jujitsu the other day, Sam, and I got my nose smushed into the mat, which happens, right? And so all of a sudden you're still smiling. There's not anything on you, and all I can do is keep looking at this thing on my nose. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
what just happened there? Sam, what's next for Smiling Sam, brother?
Shoot, I'm just waiting on the call. I'm staying in contact with Karate Combat. They've told me they're reaching out to Eddie Hall's people trying to make that fight happen.
Great.
Because it would be a huge fight. I mean, literally a huge fight because he's a big boy. But it would be a real test for him. It'd be a real test for me. I mean, we all know I would have the technique, but he has 200 pounds. It's that size versus strength, size and strength versus technique. It'd be fun to see what happens.
It sounds like fun. It sounds like fun, brother, but it scares the hell out of me to think about being in there with that big dude. But I just got my nose smushed just doing jujitsu, so maybe I just need to.
I had the thought. I said, if he were to bear hug me, could he bear hug me to tap? Like I could make my kids tap on my 11-year-old. I could squeeze her until she tapped. Could he do that to me? I'm really curious.
Really curious. Oh my Lord, man, you were all over it. Brother, what was your favorite part of your experience in Karate Combat in Dubai?
Well, getting the win. I mean, getting the knockout, that was a big part of it. A big part of my favorite part. But really, the response the internet and the world has given me after that fight, because I've never had a fight where every comment was Sam's gonna die. This isn't fair. Sam's gonna blah blah blah. They just went on and on. And I was like, man, I don't see how it's that big of a. I mean, I accepted the fight without a second thought. I said, this was a great fight. But the internet was they were convinced I was going to be a vegetable the rest of my life. And then I won. And the internet didn't make excuses for me or for Spong. They just gave me my props. And I couldn't believe it. I've had so much fun reading every post, reading everything. The internet has really taken my side in this. And just I feel blessed. It was a good a good response.
Brother, you are blessed if the internet is taking your side on anything,
I
man.
know. Oh man.
I can't even watch the Karate Combat show on the phone or whatever because when I look at the comments, there are just so many folks that just say the most ridiculous things once again, as if any of us really that are watching could be in there doing it. Just absolutely kills me.
You know the one I get a kick from, and you see it all the time. Is, oh, that's some real karate. All sarcastic, or that's not karate, or where's the karate coming? And then if you Google the definition of karate, karate's definition is hand-to-hand combat. A lot of times done in the sport. Everything is karate when you're punching somebody. So it's I get a kick out of it, and I respond often. I say, hey, you should Google the definition of karate.
Well, who would think about that? When you're running your mouth on the internet, why would you go and Google something just to make sure that you're not out of line? It's so much easier just to type that stuff in there and just roll with it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Also, congrats on your BJJ black belt.
Oh, I appreciate that. I wasn't expecting to get it. I've been a brown belt for like 6 years or something close to it, but it was never important to me. I roll all the time. I roll constantly, in a gi, without a gi, all the time. I wasn't expecting to get it now. I knew my wife was going to get it. And I told all my coaches that you give it to me whatever you want, as long as I want my wife to give it to me. It can be now, it can be 9 years from now. I don't care. But I just want my wife to be able to give it to me. And so my wife got it first, then she gave me mine.
That's amazing. That's amazing. How long you been doing BJJ, brother?
14 years, 14 or 15 years, something like that. Yeah. But it's always been with MMA in mind. Like, I don't do jiu-jitsu for jiu-jitsu in mind. Mm-hmm. I do it like, if I'm on bottom, I'm losing 100% of the time. There's no time in which I'm on bottom. So my first goal is get up. I have to get up. And that's kind of the jiu-jitsu where I am.
Well, that makes total sense. I mean, no instructor tells you should be there with some dude in between your legs too much. Like, you want to eventually get on top if you can.
Hey, yeah, you would think so, but those jiu-jitsu guys, they're so comfortable on bottom because they can always do what they want to do. They've always got an offense. I don't have an offense from bottom. My offense from bottom is get on top and smash.
It's a good offense, brother. It's
worked really well for me. Yeah.
Good. Sam, you right now are going in to do some teaching, all right?
Yes, sir.
As you coach young people and you give people advice, what are some common themes that you find yourself kind of taking people through?
Oh, it depends on if they ever want to fight or if they're just doing it, to learn something else. If they want to fight, I tell them you have to spar harder. You have to punch harder. You have to. Quit being a sissy. That's something I say all the time. If you're not looking to fight, you're just looking to become better at a martial art, then the basics are more important than anything else. If you can keep your hands up, you'll beat everyone in the world. Keep your hands up and jab. If you can get those two down, you'll beat everyone in the world. But those two things are hard to do. Otherwise, everyone would do it.
Yeah, for sure. Conditioning. Do you have certain conditioning things that you take your people through?
Not so much when I'm teaching. When I'm working with somebody on conditioning, yeah, I've got conditioning down. This has always been the biggest strength I have in my career. I'm a better conditioned athlete than I am a power puncher. I condition well. But when it comes to just classes, it's a high impact class, so you will sweat and your conditioning will improve, but it's not designed for conditioning necessarily. But in my school program, SKOOL, I do a ton of conditioning. I post it all the time.
That's excellent. That's one of those things that everybody could get something from, is the conditioning piece. And, what is the saying that being tired makes cowards of us all? I know I'm probably just making it up there, but it's as close as I can possibly remember.
Well, it's completely true. I always say conditioning is key and wrestling is necessary.
Yeah. So when you work in the gi, certain things you like to do with the gi?
I completely ignore the gi when I have a gi on. Okay. Nothing I do is with a gi. I couldn't tell you a grip or a lock or anything. Couldn't do it. I ignore the gi and I wrestle, and I just
Yeah, when it comes to your boxing and kickboxing training, do you prefer hard Muay Thai workouts? But you said you've been doing more boxing. I lost you
no,
some.
I don't like Muay Thai. I mean, I do Muay Thai. I do. I think Muay Thai. I think Muay Thai is a incredibly flawed striking system. It is great for Muay Thai, but Muay Thai is good because Muay Thai fights. If you go and watch one, it's one guy stands there, one guy stands directly across from, and they just kick each other. And
Mm-hmm.
that's at the end of 3 rounds. Whoever kicked each other more wins. They don't have the footwork. They don't have the hands. Don't. I mean, the hands literally don't count. Um, I'm not a fan of Muay Thai. Much bigger fan of Dutch kickboxing. And it's not to say I don't respect Muay Thai
Yeah.
athletes. Incredible. There are Muay Thai guys that beat the brakes off me. It's not. I just don't prefer it. I think boxing is the most essential striking form for all of the MMA, of all of striking sports. I think a good boxer could beat a good Muay Thai guy in a Muay Thai fight, even. Just the way they move, the way they condition themselves, and the way they just naturally keep their hands up. It's all boxing.
When you have a specific boxing trainer, does that trainer work more with boxing rules in general, or apply that more to your skill set that you're going to use there in the pit?
Box, I box. When I Muay Thai, I Muay Thai. I don't make something like that. I'm a big fan. And then when I MMA, then I use everything. Then I figured out. Combining them only make them weaker. Make one great, and then as use that as you're doing the MMA, as you're doing the where everything's involved.
So what I'm hearing is each like kind of discipline is its own blade that needs to be sharpened, and then when you go into the
Oh yeah,
pit, you take all the knives with you and you're ready to go.
yes, 100%. It's a great way to put it. You've gotta learn it all. But I am a big fan of be really good at one of them, and then develop everything else.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So you are off to, I think you said Militia MMA, sir?
Militia MMA, good memory. Yeah, Militia MMA down in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
And you are there once a month?
Once a week,
Once a
sometimes
week.
twice a week, depending on if my buddy needs me to cover or not.
Okay. And do you want to tell us what day you're there? Because you are the champion.
Yeah,
Everybody would watch would
I'm
love
there
to.
every Wednesday, and lately I've been there a lot of Mondays.
That's great. That's great. Uh, kind of off topic, but if you know the name of a good realtor in the Memphis area, if you could text it to me at any given
Ooh,
moment. I have a family service member right now who is getting ready to be deployed, and at the same time, she's got to find. They kicked her out of her house, so
oh
she's got 2 weeks, and then she has to go. She has to
yeah,
go away.
I wish I could help. I don't. Memphis is about 4 hours from me,
Okay,
so I
brother.
don't have any connections over there. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. I'll take geography for 200, Chuck. See, I don't really know, man. I'm just, yeah, I figured I'm talking to a
No,
10.
it was worth asking. Maybe I hit that guy.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. So, big plans this week hanging out with kiddos.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing outside of driving down today. I've been just hanging out with my kids. They haven't seen me in most of the last month, so I'm just try to be with them as much as I can.
Soaking it all in, brother.
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Good for you. Good for you. Those moments, they just go so fast. My son's going to turn 21 here in 2 months. And wow. I mean, clearly I was there for the whole thing, but it just
Yeah,
blows me away, right?
yeah, it's crazy how fast big they're getting. My 6-year-old turns, or my 5-year-old turns 6 in about 7 days, and then my 2-year-old turns 3 in about 17 days. And shoot, I just turned 39 yesterday, so
39.
we're in birthday season right now.
Yeah, brother. You in your family, a lot of folks have the same birthday month. They follow daddy in the birthday month.
I no for the most part, we've got one birthday a month for the next until October. So it's but May has three. It's me, Allie, Evander in May. Then we have Reagan, June, Crosby, July, Alistair, Britt. It's birthday season the next 6 months.
That must be fun, brother. That must be
Oh,
fun.
oh, they love it. They have a good time with it.
So you're on a farm. a good majority of the time. Yes, sir?
Oh, I can't hear you.
I said you're on a farm a good majority of the time. Am I correct, sir?
You're still, no sound is coming through.
Hello. I said, so do you live on a
Oh, there you
farm?
are.
Do you live on a farm, Sam?
I call it a ranch, but yeah.
Yeah, my wife was bragging on you up here being a Wisconsin boy the other day. It said you showed up and you had your overalls on with red, white, and blue. And she's like, "That's Wisconsin. That's America right there." And she was just telling everybody all about it. And then she started to tell everybody about your farm because we follow you on social media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Get a chance to catch up with you every once in a while. And I thought to myself, does he live on a farm? Did I miss something? You know?
Yeah, no, I live on a farm. Like I said, I call it a ranch, but everyone else says farm. No, I've got goats and chickens and sheep and horses and pigs, and yeah, just have a good time with them.
Is that the same kind of environment you grew up in, Sam?
No, not at all. I had no idea what I was doing when my wife made me do it. Uh,
That's honesty,
yep,
brother.
so no, this is what we're doing. So I got 5 acres and a lot of work now.
Yeah. Yeah. Did she grow up on a farm?
No, not at all. She had no idea what she was doing, so she threw me into it.
So this is just something you guys decided you want that kind of life for your kids. You want some nice.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
yeah. We most of my kids were born in California. I'm a Wisconsin boy. Spent a lot of time in California, and they were all born out there. And it was just everything is either too expensive or too small. And I said we can't do this. And I mean, we had a nice house with no yard, nice house where we couldn't let the kids outside. I said, well, okay, we're getting out of this. California sucks. So I got to fight in Nashville a couple of times, just fell in love with the area, and that's where we moved.
That's wonderful, man. I lived in New York City in my 20s, and I grew up. Yeah, brother, I grew up in Illinois, so we were used to yards. You know, like an actual yard. And I'll never forget, like I had something that we would call, it's about as big as, well, you could park 2 cars there. So it was basically a driveway, but my friends came over and they were like, "Jay, you have a backyard. We're going to have a barbecue." And I was like, "That's not a backyard. That's a small patch of grass. Like, how many people do you think we're going to get here?" We ended up with a lot of people there, but that's a different story, you know. But that small patch of grass, when anybody saw it in New York, they were like, "Man, this is just going to be great." And that's a backyard. Now you got a farm, bro.
Yeah. I'm just loving it. It's a ton of work, but just love it.
Time you got to get up in the morning and do all that stuff.
I'm up at about 6, but it's more to get the kids ready. Like I don't have to take care of my animals till halfway through the day for the most part because I don't have cows. I don't have anything I have to milk. Just got to make sure they all get fed.
Right on. First of all, I just want to say thank you for coming on, and I really appreciate it. I tried to find a small video of the last time we were on where I had told you you were going to be the double champ, and you said, "Well, I'm not going to say that yet." And brother, you are the double champ.
Double champ, baby. We can get Eddie Hall to sign. I'll be the triple champ.
Triple champ, Eddie Hall. No bear hug submission.
Well, thank you so much for having me on, sir.
Good. You're sincerely welcome. I really appreciate your time, brother. And you keep smiling. It's such a positive thing to be around you and to watch you fight. And I think you're inspiring people, brother. And I just want to say thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome. And again, thank you for having me on. It's just been a blessing.
Thanks. Sam was actually my first guest on episode 1 of the FormABLE Podcast, where literally I did not have anything on my green screen. I took a piece of notebook paper, flipped it over, and went #FormABLE and put it behind me. Now we're coming up on episode 20, and to have Sam back here just means so much. And he is such a, I'm going to say, it's going to sound cheesy, a beacon of hope for many people. And we really appreciate him. So once again, thank you so much for stopping by, Mr. Smiling Sam Alvey.
You are very welcome. And congratulations on your success. 20 episodes. That's wonderful.
Brother, I appreciate it. You were there for the first one. I so appreciate you. I will reach out, and you keep smiling, my friend.
All day, every day.
All day.
Have a good one, buddy.
All right, this is Jamie Sparling with Sam Alvey, FormABLE Podcast. Thank you for watching.